I love that in the pages, not in my real life. Okay. But if you read the other 2 books in the Skyline series, you might as well. A motorcycle gang. I mean, gang, bang, bang, shoot 'em type. Yeah. He swoops right on in, and this is what we call, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Okay. Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. I am ready to do my May wrap up, and I want you guys to join along. So sit back, relax, and let's talk bookish. Last month, I forgot to tell you guys about a book that I read last month as well. And to make sure we keep everything on the internet, I'm going to tell you guys about Devon by Dria Anderson. She is an author that was at the Black Romance Book Festival, and so she did gift me her book. I want to share with you guys about the book. Okay, so this book is 278 pages, so it's going to be a romance, suspense, paranormal type situation. You can find this book on Kindle Unlimited if you want to get into it, but we have our main character Devon. He finds his, they call it fated mate. Now, I'm not into the paranormal universe, but this book definitely was good. I enjoyed this book. I enjoyed it. So Keisha is his fated mate, and I'm not familiar with that term, so I don't know if they use that a lot in paranormal romances, but she's his fated mate, so that means that they're supposed to be together like real bad, and he's going after his girl, and so we follow along as they court and get into it. I did give this book 4 stars. I enjoyed it. Okay, the next book that I want to talk about is a new release in May. It was a new release in May, and that is Kennedy Ryan's Can't Get Enough. Can't Get Enough. We are finished with the Skyline series, unfortunately, but hey, you know, all good things have to come to an end, right? So we have a contemporary romance book, and it is 448 pages, so pretty significant for my baby readers out there. But if you read the other 2 books in the Skyline series, you might as well. I enjoyed how the book talked about Hendrix being child free by choice. I felt like that was an interesting aspect, and definitely Kennedy Ryan delved into the caregiving aspect. She really got down to the nitty-gritty of it, because you know, a lot of authors, they kind of just gloss over that and really don't give us a peek inside of what that looks like. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't know about it until it's you. And definitely with Hendrix being the only child and the caregiving, it hit kind of close, because your girl is the only child, and I'm just like, whoo, that's a lot. That's a lot. I will say that this book is not my favorite in the entire Skyline series. I didn't enjoy the cover of the book. Beautiful, right? Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. But Hendrix is a plus size baddie, and I don't feel like this is giving plus size baddie now. Now, I know everybody got marketing, and you know, you got books to sell and things of that nature, but come on now. Come on. And also, I felt like Hendrix and Maverick's romance really took off like super fast jet. And Maverick's ex, I mean, y'all let me know in the comments, but I felt like she was pretty justified, because you went from the fire to the pan, or is it the pan to the fire? I don't know, but he went from one hot situation to another hot situation, and I'm just like, I don't know about that. You know, people have a right to make their own choices, their own decisions, but I just didn't know about that. To top it off, you know, Hendrix is childless by choice, right? Oh, is this a spoiler? This shouldn't be a spoiler. At the end, y'all, she get a dog. How that makes sense? A dog just like a child these days. but that's my opinion. I wasn't going to purchase this book, but then like the other two books, the book does have some recipes that's attached to it, and I will be purchasing this book for that very reason, and just to have the Skyland series together. And I'm just happy to see what Kennedy Ryan gonna come up with next. She probably about to chill, because I think Before I Let Go is being optioned as a show or a movie, and so baby girl gonna be busy, okay? But that's my take on Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan. Okay, Rings by Danielle Brooks. First of all, I mentioned this in my May TBR book, but I manifest getting this arc, and she did not disappoint. So we have this is the third book in the series. I don't know what the series is called, but the first book is a Valentine's novella, Just Kicking It. It's called Just Kicking It, a Valentine's novella by Danielle Brooks. And then the second book is Friendsgiving with the Belafontes. And then this book kind of picks up like Christmas, New Year's type. I only read Friendsgiving with the Belafontes, and this book definitely hit. I do want to go back and read that Valentine's novella, but it was still good for me. So we have a bestie and a fiance. Des is the fiance. Damien is the bestie. They come up in the other books, but here we kind of spotlight their story. Des is engaged to old boy. He's like an amateur. He's like a businessman, but still an amateur boxer. But so is Damien. He owns a boxing gym, and they decide that they're going to box for charity. They're going to box for charity. But really, are they really boxing for charity? Because fiance is picking up what's going down, and he like, yo, I'm finna get my girl. And I do believe that Damien lost the fight, if I'm not mistaken. It's neither here nor there. Y'all have to read the book to really uncover what happened there. And can I say this? Can I say it? Somebody is pregnant. Okay, and I don't want to tell you who it is. I want y'all to read the book so you can find out. But yeah, that threw me. I was like, what? Say what? Read Rings by Danielle Brooks. Make sure you check it out. And like I said, you could check it out. I would read Friends with the Belafontes just so you can get a foundation. But you could check this book out. I think so. Let the people know down in the comments if they can read this book before they read the novella and Friendsgiving with the Belafontes. Let's get into my Black Romance Book Festival reads, okay? Black Romance Book Festival was last month in May, at the end of May, and if you guys have been living under a rock, it was a time. A time was had. The girlies had a good time. The authors had a good time. And shout out to the organizers for putting on a phenomenal festival. It was a lot of people, y'all. It was a lot. And this was my first book festival ever. So it was my first one, and I was participating as a moderator. So I was quite overwhelmed. So much so that I did not get to do all the things that I wanted to do because I had to go take a nap. I had to nap. I had to recharge because I was on, okay? I am looking forward to the festival for next year. I do hope that I would be considered to participate again because it was just that good. And this is one of the authors that was on my panel, T.M. Richardson. Such a treasure, and such, I don't know, she's giving like rich auntie. She's giving that, you know, which I'm not famous, but she real famous like vibes. I love that. And fabulous. Look at her. She was doing the damn thing in the Black Romance Book Festival and giving us looks, okay? Changed that wig about 3-4 times. I was like, who is this today? Now who is your girl? Thoroughly enjoyed her. But I did get an opportunity to read a romance, an age gap romance by T.M. Richardson. It's 280 pages, very doable, and we have a poly romance situation. Because I kept trying to say, and I appreciate her too, right? Because during my panel, if you haven't checked out my previous video that talks about part 1 of the Black Romance Book Festival, make sure you go check that out. But during my panel, I was trying to say polyamorous. And in the moment, I was just getting so tongue-tied, and she just whispered to me, just say polyromance. Okay, girl, yes. Help me out. So this polyromance I received as an ARC, and we have Nadine. So Nadine, she likes to dip in the lady pond, but she had been shamed so much for dipping in the lady pond that she kind of put that to the side, and she ends up getting married, having a baby, just a traditional the traditional heterosexual type relationship. But something's missing. She ends up, does she go to Secrets? I think she goes to Secrets and has like a rendezvous with a young lady. And this is all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let y'all go on this book because I don't want to give nothing away. It's only 280 pages, but goes to Secrets, meets this young lady, has this rendezvous, comes back, her husband's like, yo, we need to get a nanny in here to help us out, blah, 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 blah. Who is the nanny? Close proximity. What ends up happening? How does the husband handle this newfound whatever his wife is going through? Her deep desires. And everybody talks about how Nadine was so she's in the boss chicks tribe. I don't want to say boss babes. I forget what T.M. Richardson calls them. But Losing Sight and The Oath, The Oath, and The Offer. The Oath, The Author, The Opportunity. That's the series that this book is a part of. And we have the Boss Babe tribe or something like that. And they said that Nadine, she was a nasty one. She was a nasty one. But I don't remember that about Nadine, because sometimes I just be focusing on the wrong things. So who do y'all think, with this series, who do y'all think is going to get the next book? Because I didn't think that Nadine, I didn't even remember her from the other book. Who y'all think would get the next book? Okay, next we have Recipe for Love, Sunday and Tavon. This book is a part of an anthology. Shout out to the girls at the Black Romance Book Festival that told me what an anthology was. I've been reading them all this time and didn't know I was reading them. An anthology is a series of books that's written by different authors. I didn't know that, but now I do, and this is one of them. So the Recipe for Love is just like the theme of it, and then each author, I don't know what they do because this is my first one, girl, so let me not even go down that rabbit hole. But we have main character to Sunday. I think the girl's name's Sunday. It's the girl's name Sunday. It's a small town romance. So we're in Crescent Falls, y'all, and I know that's Charity's people, but is it all the books? I believe it's all the books. And we're in Crescent Falls, so we pick back up in there. And our main character, our FMC, she owns a bakery. And it's multi-generations, only 96 pages, so it's definitely a novella. But our FMC, she owns a bakery, and her grandma is like, hey, look, I got this secret recipe, this love recipe. If you cook this man this meal or this cookie, or as a cake or something, I think it was like a cake, and he's gonna fall in love with you, girl. And so she meets our MMC, and she's like, well, I need this. This is not the one that needed to get a husband for inheritance. That's another book. But she's like, I need this. I want this man. So I'm going to do this to get this man. And it goes on from there. It's multi-generations in this one book. And you know what I love, y'all? I love how Charity, I didn't get to meet her at the Black Romance Book Festival because I was probably taking a nap. But she calls her readers C notes. How cool is that? That is too cool. I do want to read more of these Recipe for Love, and I think that I'm going to be intentional in February and just add them all on there. Add them all on there, because I think that this would be a good series, anthology, to read during that time. Then we read Good Girls Always Have a Thing for a Thug by Casey Mills. I did go by Casey Mills' table, didn't get to take any pictures and things with her, but I just kind of slid by, got me my little freebies and kept it moving. I gave this book 4 stars. Enjoyed it. 165 pages. This too is a novella. Okay, let me read this. These are my notes from my notebook. If you guys, I'm almost at the end, so I'm gonna have to get me another reading notebook for this year. But it says, are you ready for me to burn down the world behind you, Lady Luck? So the main male character calls his Harlan, the main male character, he calls her Lady Luck, Clover, because get it, 4-leaf clover, Lady Luck. This playlist for this book, first of all, goes too hard. You did that with this. I love when a book has a playlist that goes along with it. It's just something about that. So Clover is a nurse, and she was engaged, and her fiance unfortunately passed away from an aneurysm. And I thought that the author, Casey Mills, would have made her become a nurse because of that, but I didn't get that from the book. She's just a nurse, y'all. So she meets Harlan Banks. She out at the club with her homeboys because Harlan, he is a part of a motorcycle gang. I mean, gang, bang, bang, shoot 'em type gang. Not no, I don't know, regular motorcycle club that they just do have fun parties and drink a lot. No, like the real gang. And it was magical. I put that it was magical. I'm not sure where they met, but I know it was magical. This book is described as a grumpy sunshine, with Clover being the sunshine and Harlan being the grumpy. He got a lot going on because he is his brother or his cousin was in charge of the gang, and something happens to him, so now he has to take over the gang, and he's like torn between whether he want to do it or not, because he's not really about that. He just want to fix motorcycles and just live his life, but it's a family type situation. It's a motorcycle repair shop is what he owned, and he's the president of his motorcycle club. The club is called the Spades, and I feel like that's going to come up somewhere else if I read more. So he's trying to figure out what happened to his brother Harlow, and then I wonder if they was twins, Harlan and Harlow. Out Clover's ex-fiance, the one that passed away, is brothers with Harlan's brother that passed away. Are you following me? You might need to write this down. Arch nemesis, Locks. And so there's a conflict there. Here's our conflict. We have some romance, but then we got conflict. And I thought that this book would be like a part 2, or that goes along with another book, because the way that it's on, because I was going to purchase this book. Anyway, this is a standalone. So you can get this book, you can get it done, and you can get in it, because this was a good book. Okay, the next book is When He's Not There. We have a book boyfriend, guys. Book boyfriend material, Truce Rights. He is in there. We have Sanaya Lee. She is in a relationship with Jackson, and Jackson not treating her well. Okay, Jackson is not treating her well, doing real bad, treating her real bad, and she is not able to. She's being ignored. Okay, and then so in that being ignored, who swoops in but Truce Right? He swoops right on in, and this is what we call, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Okay, because that's exactly what Truce did, and this is a forbidden love. Typically, I would not go for the forbidden love, but the way that Jackson was treating our good girl, I said, go ahead and get her. Go ahead and get her, Truce. Go ahead. He don't know any better. Some of the tropes in this book, this is a small town book. There's a lot of spice. It's high spice in this book, okay? High spice, high erotica, this book 4 stars, and I think you should check out When He's Not There by Zee Renee. Okay, the next book is Love Is What You Make It by BRAE Anderson. BRAE Anderson is one of my favorite authors, if not the favorite indie author, definitely. I am on a mission to read all of her books, so if you don't like her writing, then I don't know if this is the right place for you. But I did get to check out this book, and I did meet BRAE Anderson here. So glad. She is so down to earth. She's so tall and she's so beautiful. Oh my God. I was just Amazon. I was enamored by her. So shout out to her. This book is 263 pages and it is contemporary romance. We have Isis. So friends to lovers. You have Isis and Romello. So they are familiar with each other. Romello, he goes out of town or something. Oh no, let me not confuse them. Are they familiar with each other? They are not familiar with each other. She is a teacher and she is transitioning into entrepreneurship. In her teaching, she has a student that, students do what they do, and he's cutting up, and she calls his parents, and his parents don't come. But his uncle comes. And she's like, oh, okay, uncle. Come to find out, she goes in her building and does laundry. Who's down there but Unc? How did you get here? I mean, close proximity. We had to get it in some type of way. But that's how they kind of get back together. That's how they kind of meet back up together. And it goes on from there. He is in her apartment because he's getting his home renovated. And that's why he's there. He has money. He's a rich one. He is trying to, win over Isis, and he ends up sending her on a girls' trip. Now, this is something that, don't do this for me, okay? When you send me, just send me, okay? But I think, in my head, I think it's so cute when you get sent out on a trip, and then you thinking, oh, I miss my man. And then a ring at the doorbell, and there's your man. I love that in the pages, not in my real life. Love Is What You Make It. And so there is a number 2 book for this book. And we're going to check that out. I don't know if I put it on my June TBR though, but it's definitely going to be on my July TBR. How about that? Now let's get into our BRAE Author books. If you don't know, BRAE, the BRAE event is the Black Readers Appreciation event that takes place in November. Last November, I picked up a bunch of books, told anybody that would listen, come, let's get these books. And now that I have these books in my good Kindle girl, I need to read these books. And that's what I've been doing. And this is what I read this month, All He Ever Needed by Tay Monet. It's 224 pages. Urban romance with urban romance, second chance, personal growth. You can get this book from Kindle Unlimited, but I got it for free at the BRAE event. So make sure y'all stay on the lookout for that. We have Indigo. Indigo is a maid. Is that what they call them? Housekeeper. Sounds more, I don't know. It's just, so she's a housekeeper for this rich man, and she tries to clean the house while he's not there. But these last couple of times he's been there, he's like, yo, who is this? She's a housekeeper, but she's going to school, y'all. She's in school and she's just housekeeping on the side because she's gonna be some type of chemistry physiologist type person. And he's a business owner. He's a real rich one, and they become attracted to one another. But I was told that this book is tied to another book. I don't know what book that is. If you know, can you tell me what book this goes with? Because I'm still trying to figure things out here. I like how Silas, he is, I like his character arc, is what I was saying in my handy dandy book journal. So he went from not really caring about do y'all oops baby? Is one of the tropes in here? So he went from not caring about a oops baby to, genuinely caring and, wanting to go down that road. His family was a mess. His family was acting like he was the prize and that she was doing this all because she wanted to get his money, and that wasn't the thing. once Silas saw Indigo with Dr. Foe, which is like somebody in her program, that's when he was going after her like super hard, like girl, you mine. Also from the BRAE event, I did get Family Ties by Christopher Beckwith. It's 162 pages, a romance suspense with some family secrets. You can get that on Kindle Unlimited. I checked out also King of Distractions by BRAE. I said I was gonna say that girl name right. BRAE. Shout out to BRAE. She's on her fitness journey, and so we gotta encourage the girls, okay? Because it's not hard out here. Everybody getting surgery and stuff. We trying to get it out the mud. This book is about, it's a work romance. I think they're in a hotel or something, and it's a sommelier. The girl is a sommelier. They become attracted to each other and figure out that romance and balance that out and stuff. Very good. It's a part of a series also, so make sure you check this book out, but just keep in mind that it is a part of a series. The Interlude by my girl, Dria Anderson, is a little short novella, 83 pages, a contemporary romance, and we have childhood friends, and it's like a real cute reunion type. This is on Kindle Unlimited as well. At first, I didn't understand why the book was called The Interlude, but then I did some research. An interlude is like a short break in between a play, or what I'm more familiar with is music. You know how they have the song and then they have the little short song or the little short talking part, and then they go right into the song. And that's just what the characters did. They were familiar with each other. They took a break, interlude, and now they back. That was a good one. I think I gave that book, I gave it 3 stars. I don't know. Probably because I didn't understand. Probably need to bump that up a little bit. And then we read our book club book, The Commuter by James Patterson. Was a quick read as well. I did get this book for free on Audible for my account. I didn't enjoy it. Carryover. So these books were books that I was supposed to read in April and that I did not get to. Did check out Titus Destry, Rodeo Season. These are 2 books by Casey Mills, and I want to say Charity Shane. Charity Shane, I was right. I love this, and I don't think there's any more books in this series, and I'm sad about that. But I do love me a cowboy type, because all the girls, either they're riding on a high from Cowboy Carter or they're getting ready to do Cowboy Carter. And that's me. I'm getting ready for Cowboy Carter in Atlanta, Georgia. And so I'm excited about that. We learned about Savannah Savvy Gentry. She wanted to be a barrel racer. And she was just like a little, not a little, because little nothing. She was doing a different job, and the cowboy recognized her and was like, yo, do you really want to do this? And she's like, yeah, I was made for this. I want to do this. He's like, well, we're going to do it. And he puts everything in motion because he got money, and make sure that she can do what she want to do with the barrel racing. And we love that. I learned about barrel racing too. We are in Crescent Falls with Titus. I think he was a bull rider, and there's a female interest in there as well. It was just a cute read. It was a cute read. As y'all can see, I read a ton of books in May, and I'm reading a ton of books in June as well. So make sure, if you have not already, like this video, comment to this video, let me know what books you read in May, and subscribe to this channel. That's what I need y'all to do. Subscribe to this channel so that you can keep up with the books that I'm reading and the commentary and things we have going on. Guys, I have some things that I'm working on that hopefully will be coming down the pipeline, and so I want to take you guys along so you can see what's going on in these Charlotte streets, in these bookish streets, okay? And until next time, guys, bye.